it's Asenva here to do another official Junky Spot review. But today, as you notice, out of the 3 Hujoo dolls that I have here, one of them is purple! He is the new Hujoo wings. He is 26 centimeters, so he's basically pretty much the same thing as my other wings over there, which, by the way, he's white. Same bodies and everything, but the main thing is the ABS is a different color, which is really cool. And I brought out my other 2 Hujoos here because they all have different colored skins, I guess you could say. So kind of side by side, everyone, here we have the white skin, the lilac, and the normal, which I think is called apricot. I don't know if you can really tell on my camera or not, but they really are different colored skins. The white is dramatically different from our apricot or normal skin, and obviously the lilac is lilac. So before I start the review, let me go ahead and give you some measurements. He is at 26 centimeters. The wig size that he'll be using is going to be a 7/8. The eyes that you're going to want to go ahead and use are going to be 20 millimeter eyes. His chest is at 10.5 centimeters. And his waist is 9 centimeters, and then he's got tiny little feet, which are 3.5 centimeters. I'll go ahead and I'll list a full description of all of the measurements that he has down in the comments bar. But for now, let's go ahead and continue in the review. Pretty much he is exactly the same as our other wings body. You can put them side to side and they are pretty much the same, but just, you know, for the sake of video, I will go ahead and look over the body again with you. I did do a previous video on the white skin wings. I will go ahead and link that in the description bar below if you would like to check that out. So I guess this is more of an updated version of the review for the wings body. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with the head. As you can see, it has a really nice profile. I really do like the wings a lot. They have a really cute face to them. So as you can see, when you open it up, you'll see the different pegs that are here. The wings, some of them, and I believe most of them, have this metal peg. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, there's not one missing on this side or anything like that. That's just how it is. So don't stress out about it if you receive one and you're just like, oh, where's my other peg? They're just like that. And it doesn't affect the doll in any shape, way, or form. I mean, you still put the 2 pieces together here, and it will close right up. And then you're able to open it up again by moving back and forth. So upon taking a closer look into our head, that you'll see the 2 strings that are here. Those are what are keeping his legs and arms together. Inside here, this is the eye cup, I like to call it. It's like a dish that'll essentially have your eye sitting in it. That's why it'll be kind of crucial that you get the suggested size of eye in there. I know I have 2 other Hujoos that use 20 millimeter eyes. The 20 millimeter eyes just seem to fit them the best. That's pretty much the inside of the head here. So let me go ahead and close it up, and then we'll go ahead and look at some other stuff here. As far as the range of mobility goes, he is able to look up and he can look down as well. He can tilt his head to the sides, and he can look left and right. Upon looking further into his neck here, you will notice that he has a piece of plastic that is put here that kind of helps lock his head into place. It fits that other dip that's on the actual neck there that kind of, like, you know, like I said, kind of keeps it where it is. I think it's really good because, you know, it'll keep him, it won't have his head just flying everywhere. Definitely a good little device, and you can hear it as it clicks into place here. And that's basically what that little piece is in that neck there is for. Moving down to our shoulders. He has a floating piece here in his shoulder. I think that really does help him move his arm around, and it does keep a very good position. As you can see, it can move out, it can go down, you can move it up. Really, really good positioning for his little shoulder here. When you get to the arms, it's just this one piece right here. It's not a separated piece. I want to say that technically you could say that they're single jointed, but I mean, they can still touch their face here. It's not, you know, that big of a deal that he doesn't have extra pieces here in his elbow. It's really good because he can actually lock it into place here, and it does swivel as well. Good little arms that our little wings has here, so not a problem at all. When his elbow is in a position that is stretched out, it fits the pieces here. When it is at a curve, it will make your 90-degree angle here, like so. Nothing weird, nothing too awkward, so it's really good. If you move on to our hands, he has tiny little hands. It is sculpted with a kind of ball shape here for our wrist that does help him move it around nicely. Moving down to our chest and torso joint, he has a two-part system here, which is our upper chest part, and then we have our lower part here where the hips are at. He is able to go ahead and slouch forward. There's a slight gap back here if you have him slouch forward too much. He does have a kind of like at rest position, which lets him align his back and everything pretty straight. And then he can pop it out, so as you can see, it has a curve to his back here as well. He can move it from side to side here. It's really smooth. ABS is a really interesting material to have for a doll because it is super light and it doesn't add any weight to when you're positioning things, and the way that they're strung is strung so nicely, like almost perfectly, that you really don't have to worry about him having heavy parts that are always wanting to come down. Everything is pretty light, and once you put it into position, it'll stay there. So moving down to our thighs and lower sections down here, Hujoo did something very similar to the neck piece on our thighs down here. You'll see down here that there is a little outer piece of plastic and a crevice for it to fill into. That will prevent it from floating around and jumping everywhere. It'll lock into place once you have it in the correct position. If you see further down here where the swiveling thigh is, there are more little crevices and more little out pieces of plastic that will go ahead and keep it from going all crazy on you. It will lock into place with those different positions that it has in the crevices in the plastic, I guess you could say. The knees, I will say that they are really cool. They are definitely, I would say, double jointed. They are able to lock into a position like this. It has that kind of, like I've said in a lot of other videos, like a peanutty look to the back of it. So you can see that it can actually click once into place. You can actually have it click from this part of the knee, and then as you saw earlier, it can click all the way to where he's like almost in a kneeling position. Very, very, very cool little ABS doll that Hujoo has. The feet down here are pretty basic. They're kind of like sculpted pretty normal. The actual foot is just kind of put in there. There's nothing too, different or, crazy about the bottom down here. It's just a standard foot, and it can move to this extent going up and going down. So all in all, Hujoo makes a really cool little ABS 26 centimeter doll here. They are very affordably priced if you're looking into getting something small and you're not quite sure about the hobby. You can paint these just like you would paint any of your other dolls. I think they're very cool little dolls to have. I know I love mine to pieces. They're really cool and very fun to customize since they look so characterized with the big heads and like the little like chibi kind of bodies they got going on. So I mean, if you're looking for a little character and you're not wanting to break the bank, this is definitely a really cool little doll to look into. The color itself is just really neat. I think it was pretty cool of Hujoo to start making these colored ones. I know there's also some other colors I think that they're making. It's very interesting to see what they're coming out with. As always, if you are curious about these dolls and you want to see more, or if you're looking to get one, please check out the Junky Spot. This is their website right here. Make sure to join their email newsletter so you can get up-to-date news about the store and its awesomeness. The site also has other really cool Hujoo products as well as some other cool dolly products if you are looking. So definitely check them out. They are super duper awesome, and that's where you can buy these awesome purple Hujoos. Hope you guys have an awesome day. There will be links at the bottom in the comments bar, so please feel free to check those out. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. Bye!